Aloha guys from beautiful Hawaii. Good news and bad news. Good news, there is an update from the governor. Bad news, everything he said about international travel. Today we have three toppings for you. Number one, news from the Department of Transportation. Number two, news from the Department of Health. And then number three, most important, news from our governor. In his new statement, Governor Ige actually named some of the international and national travel bubbles. So stay tuned if you want to know if you can travel to Hawaii. Number one, we start with the Department of Transportation. Yes, the Department of Transportation talked a lot about how to separate people at the airport, where the planes have to dock. Do you even say that, dock? You know what I mean. A lot of mumbo jumbo that is way too detailed to cover it all in this video. They were talking a lot about taking temperature scanning and face recognition, where, to be honest, I don't really get why face recognition is important for coronavirus. Oh my God, he has a corona face. Long story short, the Department of Transportation gave a lot of information about what will be going on at the airport if you travel inter-island, national or international. Let's get to number two, Department of Health. The Department of Health had a lot of interesting information about the new process if you come to Hawaii. Starting June 16th, there will be a new health screening process. June 16th, that's when we open for inter-island travel. So yeah, we here in Hawaii traveling inter-island will pretty much be the guinea pigs for the new process. But what is the new process? Let's try to keep that really short. Number one, you have to fill out a new form with health questions. Number two, you will have to go through an interview at the airport. Number three, your temperature will be taken. Based on that, you might be required to take a COVID-19 test. If all that works out, then you're allowed to go through TSA and hop on the plane. So that was the news from the Department of Health. Number three, what the governor had to say. Well, let's start with the inter-island travel. What was new there? Not really big news. I already mentioned that in our last video. Old news was new news. June 16th, people traveling inter-island don't have to quarantine themselves for 14 days. But what was new about that? If your temperature exceeds 104, you are not allowed to travel. That was in a very short version what Governor Ige had to say about inter-island travel. Well, let's get to international travel. Really bad news about international travel. And I should probably not be full of joy. So let's try this again. Really bad news for international travelers. Really bad news for international travelers. Really bad news for international travelers. Governor Ige today extended the 14-day quarantine for international travelers until July 31st. In his new statement, Governor Ige announced some of the possible travel bubbles. Possible international travel bubbles are Japan, New Zealand, Australia, and South Korea. Congratulations. Governor Ige mentioned some national travel bubbles. National travel bubbles could be Alaska, Wyoming. Alaska, Montana, Wyoming, and Idaho. Thank you for watching and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates on the coronavirus in Hawaii. Mahalo for watching. Aloha.